we're pulling up to the airport. We're a little bit early now. We have, I think, like $24, $2 for each, 20 minutes past that. Anyway, so we have about probably, about 20 minutes until our appointment, but we wanted to be early, so I guess it was really good that I left work when I did, just because otherwise we probably would have ended up being late because we actually had to go to the bank on the way here. So I don't know if I explained this at all, but we did the reservation for TSA Precheck online, and it lets you find a location that's close to you. We chose our airport just because I felt like it was the most like convenient, made the most sense, because we know our way here and it's not uncomfortable for us to locate where we're supposed to be. So when we get here, I don't really know what to expect. I know there's like a little bit of an interview. I don't know the kinds of questions they're gonna ask, but I do know we have to get fingerprinted, which will be interesting because I feel like I've been fingerprinted before, but not lately. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know. We're definitely on an adventure. I should have driven. I've never driven at the airport before, and I always want to drive at the airport. Oh well. Anyway, so after this, I'll let you guys know. I'm probably not going to vlog anything, if at all, in the airport, just because it's like a federal like thing that we're doing. Like, it's through the government, so I don't want to be like weird videoing things and possibly like get myself in trouble. Other than that, I'll see you guys in just a couple minutes. Okay guys, so it is actually the morning that I'm editing this video. I just barely woke up and I am starting to edit, and I realized that I never did my little portion afterwards where I talk about my experience with TSA Precheck. I gotta like summarize it for you. So sorry for the shadow. It's like really weird light in this room right now, but so a little backstory. Since we're going to Utah, and since Andrew and I do like to travel a lot, we both kind of like sat down and like looked at our finances and our future trips we know we're going on, and we decided that TSA Precheck would be something that we would like to definitely do. It would enable us to like it would enable us to get to the airport a little bit later than the usual time. It would also make us not have to like take everything out of our bags quite as often. Now we're able to. Sorry, my dog is playing with his bone now, so you're gonna hear him. Anyway, so we won't have to take everything out of our bags every time we fly. We won't have to go through as much security. So really, it's just a great time saver and a more convenience factor for us, because we don't have to do as much. And I'm gonna maybe if I remember in a few weeks when we go to Utah, maybe I'll say something about it, like how it goes for the first time when we go through TSA Precheck for the first time. But anyway, so we decided to do TSA Precheck. I made the appointments for us online. I had to go through and fill out some information about like our history, like my mom's maiden name I think was on there, basic stuff that you always know about yourself. You know, it's not like in-depth questionnaires. It was things like, have you ever committed a felony? Have you ever been arrested for this? You know, things like that they have to know, and of course they're gonna check. But anyway, so we did that portion. I set our appointments. I ended up figuring out a Friday. We did the latest we could. So that first clip you saw was us pulling up to the airport. We decided to go through Tampa International Airport. We live across the bridge from it, so that's usually our airport of choice. It's my favorite. I feel right at home there. I've been to a few different airports around the country, and I've never found one that I like better than that. That is so annoying. I'm so sorry. But anyway, so pulled up to the airport. We did short-term parking. The like office that we had to go to was downstairs on like the bottom level, where you like normally pick up your luggage. There was a couple people waiting ahead of us, and we just did a quick check-in. We showed her our passports. Here I am, because I would rather have way too much documentation than not enough. I brought like everything you can imagine. Like, I had my driver's license, I had my passport, I had our marriage license because I do have a name change. So I didn't know if they would need a bridge document, which would for me would be my marriage license, to say that this used to be my maiden name and then, you know, now this is my married name. So I brought that. I want to say I had my birth certificate in there, like a copy of it, but it's like a certified copy. That might be it, but I had all those documents. So anyway, we walk up, we check in, the lady took our passports, she looked over them, and I was like, oh, do you need this, and she's like, nope, that's all, this is all I need. So I was like, a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. We ended up waiting because the couple that was ahead of us had appointments before us, but we ended up waiting maybe like 10-15 minutes. It was not long at all. Andrew went first and then I went. So my experience was the lady was extremely nice. I walked back. She was just filling out documentation. She had a screen on like her side of the computer that she was looking at, and then a screen that was facing me too. So I was like proofreading documentation. Something was wrong. Oh, I must have filled out that I was born in Florida, which I was not. So I put the city of where I was born, but the wrong state. So I caught that. She didn't ask me any questions. I don't even remember that she made me do anything like, is everything you said correct or anything. I know that she asked me that, but you know, there was no like, you know, this question, that question, like blah, blah, blah. But she took our fingerprints, which is just on a little machine. I think she did like two thumbs, two fingers, like, and then the same on the other hand. But it was very easy. Like, it was very quick. Yes, I don't know if that's how it goes for everybody, but that was definitely our experience. A couple of things I was not sure of when I got it was, one, I didn't know it was not good for international. We do have plans to hopefully go to Europe in the next few years, but TSA does not work for that, so that kind of stinks. Other thing, on the receipt when I printed it out, because it did cost, I think it cost us $85 each. But for us, time is money. You know, it's good for 5 years. Split that up by 5. It's really not that much. It said on the receipt that this is not guaranteed that you would be approved, and if you are approved, you don't get your money back. So we were both kind of like, we were a little worried. I did not know that. The only other thing, those are my two negatives about the whole process, was just that portion of it. Other than that, I will tell you now, because it's been some time since we've done this, we are approved. We both have our known traveler numbers. We were able to plug that in for our upcoming trip to Utah, which means we get to go to the airport a little bit later, which is great because our flights turned out to be at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So that'll enable us to kind of go a little later. Our friends will probably have to go soon because, or earlier that day, just because they do not have TSA. But we're probably just gonna go a little bit later, kind of be able to relax and get through security and not have to worry. So anyway, I'm gonna get back into the video now, but I really wanted to do a quick little summary of that, although it was 6 minutes long. Whoa! It's gonna hurt my tummy. This avocado is probably gonna hurt my tummy. Nope, we're all taking medicine. Hi. What is it? I don't know. $100? No, $17. $117. What do you think? Let's see. My stomach hurts. Mine does too. I regret my food. Actually, I'm gonna take some medicine. What did he say? Say something. Where are we going after this? Another place? Are we? Are we not? Coffee place. It's gonna be main regrets. Pee-pee.
watching terrible stuff.
What do you mean?
You have a weekend. Ship chic.
It's a cool store. I've been there.
It looks cute.
It's a terrible angle. Alright, I'm gonna eat a donut, y'all.
Wolfgang.
Puck?
Bakery.
Oh, bummer. Oh, not bummer. I have a dog. I still want to go to Sprouts one time. I've never been there. Right.
Hey, you just passed Gigi's.
Do you want to go?
Is that supposed to go?
Too late now, you was past it.
U-turn.
How can you U-turn it when you can't even end the U-turn?
Oh, my regret.
See that thing that says no turn?
So many ragrats. So many ragrats.
This one's gluten-free.
A lot of them are.
Oh, that's
it
great.
really?
Yeah, said it on the menu.
Well, I could have got that for Mom instead of Gigi's.
Oh, jeez. All right, come on now.
What are you doing?